All right. So today we're gonna continue to pose the arms. We did a test last time, and we saw where the issues were going to be, and this time we're gonna work on them. So let's get going. So I'm gonna duplicate an entire folder here. Let's just rename it. Arms back one. We're gonna keep him in symmetry. I think it's a character that's going to be presented somewhat in symmetry as well, though. I don't mean that it's not going to have any poses. Okay. So I prepared some decimations here of the character. For the arms and for the body, we're going to use these for Transpose Master. So we're only going to trigger the Transpose Master on this one here. I previously checked that there was no layers, no morph target, any of that. So we should be good for moving that stuff around. Yeah, there was also a subtool. I might actually change its property because it's twisting in the, like it's hard to see now, this one here. This one's, right now it's metal, but it will need to be a flexible material to allow for the twisting of the arm. So yep. Okay, let's go in symmetry. Let's start to add some decimations here. All right. So we now have like our references. I can hide them if needed. Oh, it's a communal thing. Or maybe I'm speaking in the royal we. So the arm here is less flexed than this one here. So I might actually start with the one that is a little bit less flexed. And the arm here is less bent as well. So yeah, maybe let's do that. So parts that I know that will not move, I can edit right now the poly paint just for me to more quickly select things. So this pivot is going to be pretty much alone, but we can grab a few of the meshes above it right now. All right. All right. So these are always going to move as one mesh. So we're going to put them into a poly paint, their own poly group, I mean. And for the moment, that should be all right. Yeah, we're going to use transpose line for that. Let's hide the body for now, just so I can focus here. Yeah, we might need to change the scales of a few things. Let's start by having it at least aligned with the arm like this. We'll work on how it actually fits here. Now for the rotation. Actually, let's hide this arm. Oh, wait, no, we're gonna place the rotation first. Let's remove perspective. I'm just gonna eyeball that I'm looking at this from the side like this. Okay. And then I'm going to save a custom Z-app link angle. Right, so I've masked everything, unmask. And now I know that my rotation here is adequately placed. Now I can move the arm. Actually, no. I forgot to place a layer because I might need to use the morph target. So let's start that again. Mask. So that's pretty much the angle I'm going to want it at for the arm. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to check how much what it did to the things that could not move. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like half cheat it, not completely. We're going to maybe grab this piece here and have this one. Actually, let's go to the Z-app link angle, mask everything. Oops. So we still have our rotation. This one we can like half rotate it like this. Oh, wait, I don't want to grab these here. But now the thing is that I don't want to lose my transpose line, so I cannot use transpose lines. So to be able to select these two things here, I'm going to use mask topological. Wait, it doesn't work? How come? It's supposed to mask only the mesh. Okay. I guess I'll... No, if I auto group, it's going to be a pain to recover it after. I can do this. But then shrink is going to take a long time. Oh boy. Okay, I could do this. Delete the morph target. bring it back. Okay. So I'm gonna rotate it again like this. I'm even going to push it a little bit closer here, like this. And to get these two things back where they are, okay, wait, I have to ask myself the question first. Am I done rotating this joint? And I think the answer is yes. So yeah, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to morph target these two meshes back. So let's start topological again because it's supposed to work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, for some reason it didn't work with the mask, but it works with this one. Okay, so this I didn't account for a rotation at first, so it's going to look funky. There's going to be stuff to fix in this area, but I think it's relatively easy to fix. All right. We're going to have to dig in this area as well, right? Account for what's like, what would have been sliding under. But it's okay. It's part of posing a character this way, you know? Okay. So that's our flexion. Click, click. Let's go. I did want to reorient the arm. I'm going to bake this change into it. Okay, and I'm going to do this kind of rotation. Oh, it actually breaks it. Okay, I'm going to need to do it like this then. Oh no, wait. Really? It's not going to let me do it? Okay, now it does. Just so that the elbow comes back to where it was. Okay, and that didn't break anything. No, we're all good. All good. All right. Okay. Let's see how it works with the body. By the way, like posing is a really it's work. It's a lot of work to do the posing. We're gonna have the ball joints here at some point. The thing is, I don't want to change this now because I'm going to use this arm to duplicate on top, and I don't know if they're going to need the same kind of adjustment for when it comes to how it plugs to the back, right? So, yeah. Okay, now store morph target again, layer. Jess, by the way, thanks for the live stream. I got a job and basically learned everything here and with Laura. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Plus, it's cool that you talk about Laura since she's a friend. I spent all the money I had to buy the PC and didn't have any left to invest in courses. Thank you very much. That makes me really happy to read that, Jess. That's fantastic. I'm really happy that I've been able to do that for you. That really makes me feel good. Thanks for saying that. I'm really happy also that you were able to get a job with the courses and everything. I mean, it shows that like you can do good things when you're self-taught. So this is actually a good thing. Digitalis, hello. The Grubber, hello. And Jotha Hunk, hello as well. All right. So now for the part that's going to suck balls. I'm gonna have it's this like straight thing right there that really like hefts it up. You know, that's the nature of the beast, so whatever. Okay. We're gonna have stuff that we want to rotate, stuff we don't want to rotate. I remember the tube. I told myself I was going to probably have to redo it. We'll see. I might actually just be too picky with the quality. So what we're going to do, we're going to manually mask it because this is the best part to apply a gradient a little bit on everything. And there's like areas we really don't want it to move, so you kind of like need to, like for this part here, for the base, we're going to be able to morph it back, but here we really don't want anything to be distorted. So I have to be really careful with like my masking. All right, we're going to do a test. As I said, if it distorts at the base, it's okay. I have the morph target to bring it back. It's this one here. So we're going to align the arm. Because of the test I did earlier, I already know part of it that's going to distort in a way that I don't like, but we're going to fix it. Let's get the arm back. Okay, and this is about the angle. Yeah, okay. Okay, so. Okay, so you see like the tube is very distorted. Okay, first of all, is there anything at in this section here that is distorted that should not be distorted? Doesn't seem so. Seems like everything carried over, so that's good. Now for the base here, there is. We're gonna fix that right away. Actually, before we do that, can I, with the move brush, just get a little bit of it to come back? For example, like if I can just like get the tubes to align better and some of the shapes to not look skewed, we're already advanced on the fixing of this part. Okay, so let's go with this. Let's try to fix what's like not okay on another layer. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm on topological. Okay, there we go. Like this thing near the elbow must not be distorted, so we're basically just making sure. Okay. All right, so it's like a mess in this section here for sure. A mess that we are going to fix though. But we got the top part here, it's intact. This part is intact. We just need to account for this distortion here. It's fine. No problemo. Now the question is, am I aligned correctly? Actually, there's like a bend in the arm. I think it's because I changed the stinger alignment. Or maybe I could just do a little bit more rotation like I did earlier. Okay, so this is the warping fixing. Okay. Let's bend the arm a little bit more. And we're going to keep those two things here. Also not moving. So this is my mask. Let's get back to the... Oh yeah, the orientation changed from last time, that's true. Anyways, okay. Let's get this to follow a little bit more. There we go. Okay, like now we're pretty much the same angle. And I just need to bring the hand a little bit forward and it's essentially the same pose. Now the hand has a lot of like flexible areas around it. This is going to be an easy fix. Or the more stuff you stack one on top of the other, there's more fixes to do. This is just natural. We're not going to move any of the fingers, so we're all going to put everything in the same poly group. There we go. And we're going to grab part of here. We're going to mask it. I really don't want to do a just a simple blur with like the blur button, because sometimes it spreads not equally through all the meshes that are interconnecting, and there's like a few meshes one on top of the other here. So that's no bueno. mask here. So we're just gonna hope that this bends correctly. Maybe not more than that. It's probably gonna be good. We're just gonna push this thing that's clipping here. The rest looks fine. We're still gonna just like morph target, see if we... Yeah, looks good. Looks good. All right. Let's move this inside. There we go. Easy fix. So we got our first arm posed. We just need to do the corrections to the mesh now. All right. So do I want to do some fixes in this position here? Maybe. Let's try. Zeta Demon, is this pre-posed mesh or a T-pose? The character is in T-pose. I am currently moving the Transpose Master around to see if something can be salvaged. Like I said last time, this part I might actually just like chop it because I'm not sure that I like how much it actually bends like this. Do I have a back face? No, okay. Not having a back face is gonna help for sure. This is gonna, I'm gonna add mass here, remove mass here, redo this little part here. Things are not really skewed around here, so that's good. This I need to move like right now. We're gonna grab this here and this here. There's some thicknesses here we're gonna need to revisit for sure, but what I'm trying to do is just make sure that like things still have like a line flow that doesn't look too yeah, warped, basically. There we go, so that looks a little bit better. Now For the tubes, you can just have them a little bit straighter. It's going to help. There's just like a certain twist I don't want to have in it. It's okay that they bend, so I just don't want them to twist. This material here is the one that we're going to change the property. Let's just grab it for the moment. Okay. The Proxenite. Hey, Marco. Well, hello to you as well. Okay. We're going to take another... Now I'm going to do some change to like the volume so it affects the silhouette. This is the kind of stuff I like to do with a... the possibility of like using the smooth brush, but like the smooth brush currently is going to destroy everything if we use it. But we're still going to try to get this volume back here. Actually, I'm going to remove the tubes here. They're just in the way. I always love 3D art, but don't think I will ever be patient enough to mess with it. Well, it's true that you need to assess how much you're able to deep dive in something before you start to do it, because some stuff are, yeah, pretty extreme. And yeah, 3D art is it's a complex thing. Thing is, when you start to, I mean, okay, so when you start to see like pro tips and stuff like that and super complex things, it gives you the idea that like everything is complex, but you can do much more like simple and like really fun things with 3D, right? You don't need to deep dive in like crazy sci-fi robot stuff. Like this requires like a certain expertise that took me like years to develop, so you don't have to do those kind of like funky things like day one when you start to do 3D. So right now, like I said, I'm really looking just at the silhouette of things. Like I'm looking at this line here exactly. So it's like, is the kink here a problem? Don't think so. I need more volume here. Okay, now let's look at the other. Okay, all right. So in terms of like the general volume of things, everything's back to the volume. Now there's like this line here that's a problem, the tube that is skewed. We're gonna need to check the details. Some things, little details are still a bit skewed, but technically I think that we're good to get out of Transpose Master now. Right, so before I do anything, I need to delete what was not part initially of the Transpose Master. Make sure my poly paint is not activated. No layers, or else it's gonna fuck up my my poly paint. And now I can do, oh, you know what? Something you can do just like to be safe is save the project before you transpose master it. But I'm pretty sure I did everything right, so I'm just gonna go straight ahead. Transpose, there we go. I think I do need to learn common practice when it comes to mech markings. Well, yeah, no, yeah, it's really complex. Like mechs are, I mean, like being great at anatomy and organic stuff requires a lot of artistic skills, for lack of a better word. Going for mechs and stuff like that is another set of skills. In any way you need to like practice a lot to get to like higher levels and stuff. But the it's just that the making mechs has like a technical requirement maybe that is a little bit more a pain in the ass, I'd say. Well, you see, drawing dynamic pose is one thing you can practice for learning dynamism, contortion, muscle tension, volume change, that sort of stuff. Just like the mechanic of the body as well. It's a good thing. So once again, once I fix the first arm, the second arm is going to be a piece of cake to place, and then we're just going to need to adjust the attachment on the back, and technically we're done. Like, so the steps are simple, right? I don't know how much we're going to be able to do today, but yeah. All right. All right, that's good. Let's save this. By the way, the do I have the same audio problem as last time? It's still good. Everything's fine with the audio. Perfect. Okay. I don't know what happened last time then. All right, let's get to fixing. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm gonna fix this mesh here. Or I could fix the tube actually. I'm gonna try to see if there's a way for me to fix this without redoing it. If I kind of like just give it back its volume. Well, first of all, I'm just going to store a morph target so that the end of the tubes are still correctly aligned. Oh, wait, can I? First of all, this is a bit skewed. Let's just fix it real quick. Yeah, just that. Just that's enough. Do I have everything here? Okay. So this we can twist it like this. So already we're starting with like a better orientation for the tube. This we're not going to be able to turn it like we did with the other, but we could reorient this part here. Actually, let's do it at the end. So fixing a tube by hand like this is absolutely not recommended. What I'm doing right now might not work, but I just want to try. It might very well not work. But I'm a stubborn SOB. Okay, let's smooth relax the tube. Let's force it to move a little bit more. We're gonna like move it so it gets back some of the girth it lost. And we can move with back face also to kind of like move just one side of the tube. Okay. Now I'm just looking if it feels like it lost volume somewhere with my manipulations. Okay, let's see how it looks in high res. All right, not bad. Actually, you know, I think I did it. Woohoo, my stubbornness was rewarded. Is this a good life lesson or a bad life lesson? Only time will tell. So yeah, there we go. The tube is salvageable like this. Still, here I don't really like how it stretches though. It's not like a good example of like a proper contortion of the tube. I'm gonna morph target back just the end. I can just like get this line to look less twisted, it could help by a lot. And now I can also turn this one. Okay. Just gonna smooth it. I saw a little bit of like warping by accident. Okay. Well, I think that's good. So it's going to be a little less painful to fix. Now I think this one's going to be pretty hard to make look good. Because this one, like, oh, well, wait, no, maybe. Okay, let's give it a shot. This one, I really don't think I'm going to be able to fix it correctly, but let's see. And you know what? Maybe I will. I think it's time to place your bets to know if I'm going to be able to fix it like this or have to start over. Okay, if I, you see, that's a thing. So now if I smooth, it's kind of like losing all its volume and stuff. So what if I inflate like this? Am I going to be able to average it so well that it doesn't look like it's losing volume anywhere? Because the other one was like bigger, so it was not really a problem. But this one's, maybe I have to use a more gentle smooth. Okay, let's just see if it made any sense that I do this. All right. I can see a weird like torsion here, but is it really visible? I think it's going to be acceptable. All right, well, I dodged a bullet on this one. Yep, okay. Oh, wait. No, here there's still some stuff to fix. The direction of this line here is not smooth enough. Here it's fine. All right, that's good. Okay, so back to this part of the arm. So yeah, so that line that turned like this that's not gonna do it. So we're gonna just change the design for the for these arms. We're actually gonna get rid of that that thing on top. We're gonna keep it here. But here we're gonna get rid of it. Missing some volume right here. All right, okay, that could be good. So back to high res. Now we can see a little bit more skewing. Here we're gonna try to Make it look straight. Okay. We're gonna fix the contour here. These things need to be also a little bit right, move. Move with back face, isolate, move them like that, just so that they get their the thickness back, because I did kind of deform some of them. This one here as well. This one's the opposite. This one is, it's to be deflated. So it gained back its thickness. Okay, so back here. Looks okay on this side. Okay, now there's this detail here. We can check if we're able to make it look like a circle just by moving it around like that. This is pretty hard to do this. We could also just like place a new IMM right there. This is once again me like cheating stuff, but sometimes it works. So, but you see, it's so much work to get it to look like a circle again. This is like fighting like a wave. You know what? I think it looks good enough. And here we're just going to redo the wrinkles directions. It's going to help with like this like still somewhat like warp effect that we have. We're going to do that on a layer. All right. Am I happy with this? Oh, I kind of like moved something. I can always fix it back. Oh, wait, no. I was not in symmetry on almost everything. Oh boy. Well, that's still fixable at the end. Okay, so I did fix this part. That's going to be good. Where else did it move? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So this here, we're going to change it for a flexible material. This thing as well. We're also going to like smooth it so it looks softer. Like this. And I'm just going to remove some visual language that's more like for metal parts. Okay. So just making it look softer is going to help a little bit. And the rest is going to be the poly paint. So a softer look around their edges. And we're going to call this thing rubber. It's a bit of a hack, but it's going to work. It's going to be fine. I think I still have to fix the tubes a bit. And for the sake of consistency, we're going to change that on the actual arm as well. And that we're gonna do that before I forget. Wait, I'm not in symmetry. Okay, once again, just rounding things, smoothing things. There we go. That's good on both sides. Okay. And now it justifies the torsion, so that's good. Okay. I don't remember checking the hand here if the movement was fine, but the movement was so little that it's probably still good. Yeah, okay. think we're gonna be good now for the shape of the arm. So now we have the elbow to fix. So around this area, nothing moved. It's all here in this section here that we're gonna have to do our fixes. Mm-mm. And as long as I give an impression of like, oh, it can slide here, we've already done a lot of the work. Oh, for some reason, this feels skewed. All right, there we go. Let's load our alphas. So of course I not normally model under the plates. So there's work to do here once that something has moved and reveal what's under the plate. But you know, we just need to do that work once. If we do it for like every under plate, it's like no guarantee which one we're really going to need to reveal. So right now I'm just trying to make sure that these two pieces feel like they belong together, even if it's a change of design from the other arm. So this is like a bit of like, we're going into like a cheating territory, basically. Well, what I call cheating. All right, this is enough faking. I think now it looks like it's, oh wait, just here. All right. Yep. All right. Cool. It works. And I think that means that I'm done with that arm. Now the thing is, I don't have symmetry on the arm at all, and I need to have it back. So I just need to go through like all of the subtools. While I do that, I'll read the question. Random question. Working on a game like Mass Effect or Deus Ex, can you know spoilers of the story or play the game directly? Well, you kind of like hear tids at bits and stuff, right? When you work on the character, you do need to know about bio and that sort of stuff. So usually there is not like a lot of stuff that is not spoiled. But there's a way to shelter yourself from story bits and stuff, but it's pretty hard. To be honest, it's pretty hard. We're almost done. All right. So now what I did is I knew there was so many that were not symmetrical, so I just went and clicked on the button for everyone, basically reversing everything. But now I do have to go and check all of them one by one. I used to have a script to see like which object were not in symmetry and be able to quickly change them, but it's not working with the most recent versions of ZBrush, unfortunately. Okay. All right. Now the symmetry is back on the arm, and I just need to fix what I fucked up. Everything seems to be fine, so I only did it on this arm here. So basically, I'm just redoing symmetry on everything that I forgot to apply the symmetry at the beginning. The tubes seems to be already fixed. Yeah. So the tubes were in symmetry while I was working already. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the... I was not looking at the right arms. All right, was there anything else that I moved? Any other subtools, something? Did I do these? Already did those. This I did, yeah, I did. Okay, I guess we're good. I mean, we can always like fix it if I forgot at some point, but it would be good to have it done before doing the second pair of arms. I think I also wanted to change the color of the yeah, the color of these tubes from red to black, because they're taking a bit of grabbing a lot of the attention right now. Let's do this. Okay, what color do I want this? The black, I guess. See, like the same as here. It's just like trying to reduce like how much there is attention brought to these like plugs. I'm gonna keep it here because it has to do with the laser stinger. Do I keep him on the shoulders? I guess so. Yeah, shoulders fine. Yeah. Okay. So that's one pair of arm done. As I said, the connection on the back here, this part's not done yet. We're gonna need to add like a ball joint in there maybe and move this piece around a little bit just to make it fit. We'll see. Pistol Pete, good morning. Salut mon ami. Hey Marco, I wondered whenever you always work in full silence or is it only on Twitch to avoid DMCA? I had some warnings. I had some people saying the music was too loud, not loud enough and stuff, so I decided not to have any and people can just add whatever music they want on top. I have music in my ear right now, but yeah. So yeah, just trying to avoid complaints or copyright things. All right, almost at the end, eh? We're going to be posing these arms next. Like, let's see if there's a way to yeah, well, the yellow pistol Pete, that's way too complex for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna save things this way. I'm gonna see if I can maybe have the arms already in position, but as you remember, the flexion was not the same. Still, we're gonna save. How is Chaos Masons pronounced? So it's like it's more like K-E with the accent on it. And so it's not chaos, it's chaos, as in chaos, the word chaos, right? And Masons is just Masons, so chaos Masons. Well, I mean, we understand people are saying chaos, and it's kind of like hard to revert back because we didn't figure out, like, me and Cedric, we are francophone, right? So like our primary language is French. So we did that little mistake there, and there we go. We're just we're doing with that. And it originated because we tried like a few names at first. The first name we wanted was Osmosis, Osmosis Studios, and it was like a little bit hard to get the trademark for the name. So we just tried to go for like a name that's like hardly reproduced. So yeah, we went for Chaos Masons as Masons like makers, and Chaos like making with chaos, basically, as in making with a lot of like various ideas, various to a point where like every idea could be chaotic between each other, but you make it happen. You find a way to transform the chaos into something that's digestible. That's kind of like the idea. And yeah, we this spelling it in a fancy way just helped because just like Chaos Masons by itself, spelled normally, felt like a bit like bland or lack of uniqueness, basically. Yeah. All right, let's go for one last Transpose Master. If we can pose the arm at the very least, the only part that's going to be left is going to be how they connect. And we won't be able to do that on this stream, but it means that the last stream is going to be probably about like finishing this portion, maybe prepping for posing, like finding like a pose, I guess. Then it's going to be posing the model onto like the test pose, and then rendering, and then victory. All right. So again, insert here. Oops. Okay, what's happening? Oh boy, okay. So yeah, this rotation movement sometimes doesn't work, weirdly. So we're gonna not use the center rotation because of how it fucks up sometimes, weirdly. Now we're gonna see how it looks with the body. So yeah, there's gonna be like a ball joint addition here for sure. All right, so once again, same thing we're gonna do here. We're just gonna, oops. Grab what's here. Right away, we're gonna separate those two also into different polygroups. And now we're gonna place our rotation in the middle. There we go. Place a morph target here. Oh, we forgot the layer. Okay, that's a lot of movement. Let's see if I can do it with just this. Oh, wait. What? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move it like this. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. And I think the only thing I'm gonna have to fix are the tubes that are not really going in well. The rest seems to be like not really clipping in anything, so I actually think I'm gonna go with this for the placement of the other arms, and we'll see if we need like further adjustments after. Okay, so this should be good. Maybe I could bend the arms a bit. The arms, the hands. Yeah, I don't know if bending the arms more is necessary. Okay, let's delete what we don't need. No layers, no morph targets, no poly paint. All right, script, T-pose. Once I'm done with the with the spider, I'm probably going to take a little break from streaming. Maybe I can figure out this whole music copyright split channel thing at this time. All right. So yeah, we still don't have the connections at the back, but we got a bunch of other stuff. Let's fix those. So what we'll do, we'll just try to like compress them into their opening. Okay, all right. That's good. Now we just need the elbow, the inside of the elbow part. That clipping here, I don't really care. Does Cedric ever stream? No, what he does like little clips of things that he records, and he puts them online. There we go. Oops. So that's good. Now we're gonna need this part and this part to follow. I'm I don't know how well it's going to happen, but what I'm considering to do also with the streams is instead of like having like one model dedicated to be on the stream and then the other projects that I work on the side, I'm considering maybe like when I have like time to stream, I just stream whatever I'm working on. But there won't be like a continuation, right? There might like as like a watcher, you might be missing like bits of the work because I just stream when I can't stream, right? But it's going to be like also like less organized. So I'm considering trying this anyway, and it's going to offer like a probably offer like a more variety in what I show. Anyways, I'm not sure, but I was thinking maybe of like instead of having like a schedule and like a dedicated model I'm working on, and you see like every step, like I just show more like what I'm working on. So it's not gonna take like a year to finish like a character. There's gonna be a few characters per year. It's just you won't see like the A to Z, right? But I've been offering the A to Z like on 3 characters now over the streams. 4? No, 3. I'm not sure. Anyways, so I'm like, okay. Also, if I work at different like times, it's gonna offer the like other people to join the live stream. Anyways, I might try that. I feel like it would be a welcome change, or at the very least, an interesting one. There we go. It looks like it was always meant to open up this way. Is this character from A to Z on YouTube? Yes, it is. I think I could be a good idea, but could bring different techniques and projects. Yeah, well, especially like more variety, because like I've been working on this character since like the beginning of last year, right? It's a pretty complex character, and working only 2 hours per week, where you can only show so little. Well, okay, and there you go. That's the other thing. I could show more. Like I could, there could be more hour of work per week if I do this. Like what I could do is just like on Twitch, I just Twitch everything. I record every sessions, and by the end of the week, I just splice every session into like a I don't know, 10-hour video. I don't know if it would be 10 hours, but yeah. But it actually also might mean that like I need to do like a bunch of interruptions, right? Because that's how I work. Usually when I do my own stuff, I get interrupted by a lot of things, so there would be like a lot of standby, that sort of stuff. Oof, I think we're done. Like I said, except for the connecting of the arms at the back, this I still need to work on this. There you go. Look at that bunch of details. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it done for this week. Yeah, there we go. So next week, same time, same hour. I'll be completing this portion. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, to be honest, like the way that the arms connect at the back, um, I could have like worked more on its motion and everything, and I did not. So there's might be some like patching, some cheating to do. But you see, like I mean, I was able to do it with the arms. It looks decent. It's just yeah, it might be some work. We'll see. So there we go. I hope everybody had a good time. So until then, I wish you a good week and take care of yourselves.